What is going on, guys? My name is Ben. How are you guys doing today? Well, unfortunately these days security is a big problem, and not just security for a specific thing, such as, phones, tablets, computers. Security pretty much applies to everything. Homes, businesses, factories, whatever environment you're in, security is a big thing. And unfortunately, due to a security breach through someone's home in Cupertino, California, one of Apple's employees apparently had a test model of an iPad. Not 100% sure whether this is an upcoming iPad that may be released by Apple later in the year, or maybe it was just a currently working model that's already released and basically had some testing software on it. Apparently, somebody broke into the guy's house in Cupertino, California, kidnapped the victim, and not only that, also took the model of the iPad that was basically a testing model. Like I said, we don't know what kind of device it was. It could have been something that might have been about to be released later in the year. And that brings back to the stories about the iPhone 4. The story about the iPhone 4, basically a stolen prototype got in the hands of someone. I don't know if it got into the hands of Gizmodo first at the time, but basically that was because a guy decided to celebrate his birthday at a bar, ended up getting drunk, and ended up losing the prototype iPhone. Therefore, someone just snatched it away. Because why? It just sat there. So, here's the thing. This is the second time where we heard of this kind of situation happen again to Apple. Now they are currently searching for the device by tracking it down. And how are they going to track it down? Probably find my iPhone, but what if the guy ends up finding a way to wipe the device? Well, hopefully, since this is a testing model, that Apple put some sort of tracking chip in it, besides GPS, just so they can find it. And if this is a testing model, then this particular device would have certain sensors that you would not find in a consumer product that you buy directly from the store, whether it's the Apple Store, GameStop. What am I talking about? GameStop. They do sell Apple products, but more than likely used products. Best Buy, Walmart, Target, Amazon, whatever. I would think that testing models of any product will have certain sensors installed in there that you will not find on a consumer product, no matter how hard you take them apart. So, what I think about this, here's the thing. So, obviously, we're talking about Apple right here, and their employees. One of their employees ended up getting kidnapped. It's not his fault. Is it not his fault? I don't know. It could be, it might not be. Maybe because he didn't have a good security system installed in his house, or whatever the case may be. And I heard about this by reading an article, and it kind of got me a little bit confusing because it mentioned how the victim was kidnapped and he was around his 20s, but the victim also reported the iPad was stolen. Okay, so I'm thinking, did the victim get kidnapped, or did they see the iPad and they just let the kid chop right there? Why is there a chop? Because the phone decided to ring while I was making this video. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, so whether this guy had a good security system in his house, I don't know what the case may be. Maybe it wasn't armed while he was at home. Why keep it on? Why keep it armed while you're at home? Do it overnight. I don't know what the situation could be, but either way, security is a big thing. So every time you hear someone say security is at risk or can be breached anytime, it means for anything. Alright? And in Apple's case, yeah, security is big time, especially when they have working or testing models being taken outside of campus. So, do you think that there's a better way for Apple to allow their employees to take the testing products off of campus, but have certain limitations to that? Because, I mean, come on, we got something like this happen again. I mean, like I said, the first thing started with the iPhone 4 with an employee going to a bar, get drunk, and then ended up getting that device snatched away. Some people don't believe this story happened, but that's what people were talking about. So let's assume that it happened. And now you got an iPad that was stolen by a robber who just got it by home invasion. Yes, invaded somebody's home, robbed their house, and actually took the testing model. So I don't know the whole actual story behind this. This is just what I've seen, but I think Apple has to start figuring out a better solution on how to get the products taken out of their campus safely in the right way. It must be put into the right hands, and make sure that, I don't know, they gotta do something over there. And it's not just Apple, it's every company out there. Google, HTC, Motorola, Samsung, LG, whatever the company may be, Microsoft. Just work on security, people. That's all I have to say. So what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think that Apple failed on that part, or do you think it was the employee's fault, or do you feel like it's not really anybody's fault? I mean, any of these things can happen no matter what area you're in. I don't know. I'd like to see what you guys say in the comments down below. Give the article a read if you like to in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment. Also check the description because obviously you see the link to the article, but also links to my social media, Twitter and Instagram. That's it. See you in the next one. Take care.